Good morning everyone and welcome to our kit class today. Are you enjoying Aussie month? Aussie month has been so cute. I had so much fun putting all this together for you with our little Murray the Emu and Maggie the Magpie, Mable and her sister maybe. Look, all these little creatures are things that we see around Australia and they're absolutely beautiful. And I really thought when I was looking at this one today, oh my God, it's not until you actually get this in your hands and feel the paper, oh my God, it's just absolutely beautiful. And I just love how the images are sort of like painted on this. It's like a watercolor card. It's just absolutely gorgeous to work with. The scenes are just absolutely beautiful. And it reminded me of Australia a little bit because just seeing the bushland where the kangaroos go through, you know, we have all different things that we have to be careful of on the road, like wombats and the kangaroos. We have Maggies that come and eat out of our hands in our backyard. So, I mean, there's lots of little things around Australia that is just so gorgeous. And I just love this set. So if you're into making a quick card, or you need a something that's not so big, or something to take away with you when you're on holidays, kits are amazing. Now, I quite often get asked, what is the difference between a kit and paper pumpkin? A kit is all different prices. Every kit can be a different price, depending what's on it, in it, on it. Yeah, so it all depends what's inside the kit. Where paper pumpkin is a scribe, and it's the same price. It covers the postage automatically, where this one doesn't, the kits don't. But they're still beautiful. They both work hand in hand, and I love both of them. But we do have our club on tonight, our Paper Pumpkin Club happening at 7 o'clock tonight. So you do have to be a member. You do have to subscribe to be in that. So let's come down and start our kit for today. I'm excited about doing this one because I only came yesterday and I absolutely opened it up and went, oh my God, I just love it. And I can't stop touching it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So in your kit, what do you get in your kit? You get your dimensions, you get your little block, you get your little mini glue dots. These are little mini glue dots. I quite often get asked, what are these little white circles? They are mini glue dots. They're glue on both sides, so they're double-sided glue. We've got our little grey granite ink pad, which I'm going to use my big one. We also have a beautiful stamp set, which is gorgeous, so you can sort of see you did it, congratulations. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. It's got a little bit of like a graphic words there that you can stamp on it. Happy Father's Day. Just a note to let you know how much you are appreciated. Now that can go to anyone, okay? Also, we have our frames. These are absolutely gorgeous. So I take it we need a square one for the first one. So let's grab that one out. And we also have some little banners here. So I think we need one of these little banners that says, you did it. But I'm going to put hello on mine. I'm definitely going to be putting hello on mine. For the simple reason is I want these for the people that place orders with me as well. I'm doing my thank you cards up for May. Yeah, for May. I'm doing my thank you cards up for May. Oh my God, where does the months go? I know, we're in June. I had to stop and think about that. So the other thing you get in here is an instruction sheet. So it tells you project 1, project 2, project 3. It also tells you if you have to stamp something, how to put your dimensions on the back, how to actually put your frames on. just lots of little things and lots of tips and ideas. It also has the rulers in inches and centimetres, which is great. You'll also, on the back, have the QR code if you want to find out more about the kit. So I think it's a gorgeous kit. I just love it. I wish now I'd ordered 3 of them, but that's okay. So we're going to start with, this one is number 2. So we're going to go with number 2 first, only because it's sitting right here in front of me. So number 2, we need our square frame, which we're going to put our dimensions around. So I'm going to do that first. I'm just going to put the dimensions on here, and then they're all ready to go when we need it. So I'm going to put them on here. Now, with your dimensions, I like them because they've got straight edges on the side. So you can sort of bring the straight edge to your straight edges, okay, which is really good. So we've got one down here. Not so much have to worry about the corners, but I do like to make sure I have it on the ones in between. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. Now this one, I want to make sure that I have a straight edge and a straight edge. So it fits in, tucks in there very nicely. The same with this one, up and down. Okay, so this is a great little gold nugget because you don't want the ends or the points popping out. So you do want to make sure you've got those little straight edges on either side. Okay, so that's our frame bit done. So let's pop that aside for a minute. Okay, now on here we've got the word, we've got our words. I've got them over here, and we've got hello. So I'm going to grab this little hello out, and I'm just going to grab one of my blocks because I like to keep the blocks and the little ink pads, because I've got all of them. I like to keep them for if I'm traveling, or sometimes for a gift, sometimes for the grandkids, to give them so they can take them home, so they can do a little bit of stamping when they're at home, which is good. So this one I'm going to put hello on. And I'm just going to, I've got my little scrap paper here. I like to have a little bit of scrap paper so I can just see that it is working okay, because it's a new one and I haven't opened it before, so I just want to make sure. I can sort of rub it on my hand a little bit and make sure that it is activated so that the ink comes on there nice. Okay, it seems to be working perfect. So we're just going to come in and put hello on here. So we've got a hello. What a dainty hello that one is. I like it. We've got hello on there. And we have, what else do we need on this one? Well, we need the long, this one here, that's got words, and it's also got like a pattern. So it reminds me of Chinese sort of graphic. Really lovely. I love it. So we're going to use that as well. So when you're using something like this, just make sure you have your words up the right way. So once again, you can try it on a scrap piece of paper first. Okay, so ink him up and try him on a piece of paper first. And I'm just going to rub that on the paper and ink him up again and come down, and you will see that that sort of comes out pretty good. It's sort of got a pattern over the words, but it's up the right way because I can see than or thanks in there. So I can see the word thanks. Okay, so we're going to open up our card, or have our card like this, and we're going to get this one, and it's going to come in across here like this. So we're going to put it across the front like that. And then we're also going to add, for a little bit of texture, we're going to add it across the back of the trees here as well. This is how you can actually build texture to your cards, which is really good. I love the idea of doing a little bit of texture to our cards. So next we're going to open our frame. So we're going to take the backs off our frame of our dimensions here. If you come on, don't forget to say hello if you're watching the replay later. Welcome. I don't normally do videos on Tuesday, but we've got Aussie month coming up. Oh, Aussie month this month, I should, not coming up, it's already here. What am I saying? It just goes so fast. It's already here. I've been planning it for quite some time, but oh my God, it's here now. How quick does it come? So we're just going to place this over the top of this. And how gorgeous is that already? And then we're going to grab our one here, which is going to come in here or up here, but I'm just going to put a dimension on this one side, not on the other side. You can put a little mini glue dot on the other side if you want to, but I'm just going to put a dimension on mine, and I'm just going to put that right there, just so it stands out. So that's our first little card done. How gorgeous is that? I love the hello on that. So let's do another one. This reminds me of paddocks that we have in the Gippsland area, you know, trees and that. But when I look at this next one, it's like, reminds me of going to, driving down to Mornington, Phillip Island. You got the water, the beach, the countryside. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I just can see so many different places when I look at these, and it just, oh my God, it's just absolutely amazing, our countryside in Australia. And this reminds me of this, and I don't know whether that was intentional or not, but it really does remind me of this one. Now this is a happy, on this one they got Happy Father's Day, but I'm not putting Happy Father's Day on mine. For the simple reason is my poor dad is not here with us anymore, so I don't even have a father-in-law or anything like that. So I'm going to just put probably a thank you or something like, I may even put just a hello on it, so that I can use these for my thank you cards, which I think will be beautiful. So what do we need for this one? We need to use that stamp again, this big stamp. And I'm just going to make sure I've got it up the right way again, because there is a right and a wrong way, because you can see the word thanks. In here. Okay. And it's really hard to see, but you can see it. So I'm going to use that. Not that anyone's going to really go out backwards and go, oh, I'm going to check that out. But it is nice to sort of make sure that you have it up the right way. So we're going to put one there. And we're going to bring in a little bit over here as well, because our sign's going to go over around this as well. So I'm just going to put that in here. Okay, so I'm going to keep that on the block because we probably need it again. So we're going to have the tree. We have a tree in here, which is interesting. So we've got the tree here, and we're going to stamp the envelope. Okay, so this one you can stamp the envelope with a bit of the tree and a little bit of that stamp. So let's do that. Don't know how you could do this on all of them if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Let's just pop that over there for a minute. Now it's got this one also. So it's got this one sort of coming down the bottom here. I like it when you do the envelopes as well, because it gives it a little bit of like, oh, someone's sending me a Stampin' Up card. That's what I always think when I see a card come from Sarah or Shelley or Stampin' Up. It's amazing how you can always tell it's coming from someone or a friend that does Stampin' Up, that stamped the envelope. It's very simple and easy, and it's lovely. So you can actually do that on all your envelopes if you wanted to. So the next one we need is, we need to go through our little bits here. We need our water one, which is this one. Okay, so we're going to grab this one out. Okay, I'm going to keep them for a minute because I'm not sure if what I want to do with them. And then I've got this one here because we need this one. We need a tree, which is probably the skinny tree, I'd say. It looks like the skinny tree. Yep. And we need to put dimensions on them, so let's do that. Okay, so let's get our dimensions again and put our dimensions in the corner. One in each. So if you come on today or you're watching the replay later, thank you for joining me. Don't forget we've got a few things on this week. So if you haven't joined in on the this or that, make sure you go in and fill it out and fill your comments in, because someone's going to get a little mystery gift on Thursday night, on Crafty Thursday. We've got gift giving on Thursday night. So make sure you've joined into that, because that's just for this event, and it will be announced on Thursday night for those people that took part in it. So that one's a little bit high. This is what I was saying before. You got, oh, I'm going to leave it there. You have to be really careful when you're putting these on because they're the same size. These are the big ones, but you could go with the little ones if you wanted to. But I thought I'd go with what was in the kit. Oh, you can't see it, so that's good. Or you can sort of see it on that one. So I'm just going to trim that one off a little bit. Okay, so if you do get it a bit high, just get in there and trim it off a little bit. Okay, that's okay. And then on the tree, we just want one down the bottom here. And then on this one, we want one just over on the left-hand side. But I'm going to do that after I stamped. And I've got a bit bigger hello, so I'm going to do my bigger hello on this one instead of the Happy Father's Day. So let's grab our, do that. I'm just going to put my stamps there for a minute. So I'm just going to move them up there out of the way for a minute so I don't put my grotty fingers on. I'm just going to, clean this. I had a stamp under there from the other day I was using, or yesterday I was using that. Okay, so I didn't want to have a mess on this, so I wanted to make sure it was clean. And it's not sticking very well because it has got some stuff on the back of it. You can feel the grit on the back of it. It's picked up dust or something around the house that you've used. So you can either use a wet one or your chamois to make sure that it's going to stick. Okay, just make sure you press it down that it is sticking because you don't want it to fall off. Okay, so we're going to come down with our bigger hello. So we're going to just try it. Beautiful. And we're just going to put that in here. Now on the card itself, it actually has Happy Father's Day. So if that's something you'd like to do, you can just do your Happy Father's Day. So I've got a hello on that one. So there's two different hellos. One is, the little one goes with the kit, but the bigger one comes from another kit. So I'm just using that one. Okay, so let's get our card that we're working on. Just like to move everything out of the way. Okay, so we're going to take our little frame off. Out we come. Take this frame. The dimensions off the back of the frame. That's what I should be saying. Take the backs off the dimensions. So this is the one I cut down a little bit because it was just sticking out a little bit, but it's still okay. When you're putting these on, it's really simple because you can sort of see you've got the grass down the bottom, so you want to put your green to the bottom, your sky to the top. Ooh. And line him up. How gorgeous are these? These are really gorgeous. And then we've got a little tree here. That is just sitting inside here. So we want to just pop it inside here. So it's sort of sitting up, and then we're going to have a dimension just on this one side. Okay, just over here. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. Didn't I? Yes, upside down. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. You're going to waste that one. That's okay. Yes, I did put it on the wrong side. So just take it off. It won't hurt. And then put it on the side that you want, because this is already raised up. So we don't want one here because otherwise it's going to sit on a lean. So we're just going to bring this in, sort of coming in around there, so we know that the dimension's sort of sitting around there. You've got a little bit of graphic work happening underneath there. So that's our second one. How gorgeous is that? That reminds me of being down near the beach. Oh, excuse me. As you're driving into Philippine. Oh, sorry guys. That is not much fun listening to me sneeze. It's the weather. I'm sure it's the weather. So we've got one more to do, so we're going to do another one. So we've got that one, we've done the beach one. And oh yeah, now this one reminds me of going over to Sylvan many years ago. We used to go to Sylvan to my nan and pops for lunch, and they had like a flower farm that was just like rows and rows and rows and rows, and then you saw all the trees, and then you always got this beautiful sky at the back. And that's what this reminds me of going up around that area in Sylvan where you got the tulip farm and you got all the farms up there. It just reminds me of that. It's just absolutely gorgeous over there. And it might remind you of somewhere completely different. So if it does, put in the comments where it reminds you of, because it really reminded me of Sylvan. So I'm sure we all have different ideas of where things remind us of. So let's have a look at this one now. Okay, so we're going to turn it over so you can sort of see that you've done this one. And you can follow along, and you can sort of see it's not hard to follow your instructions. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have the hello, the little hello. So I'm going to take my big one off. I'm going to put my little one back on here. Whoop. It just wanted to fall down. We have a big tree on this one. So when I say a big tree, it's sort of wider. The other one's longer. This one's wider. So we've got this one here. And I think these ones should have been on the first one, but I don't remember seeing them, but I'm going to go back and have a look. So this one's going to go sort of in here, which is really cute. So we just want a dimension on the bottom of this one. So let's do that first. Today, let's come down with this. And I'm just going to move it out just a fraction. And then we've got this graphic one again. I like this because I love anything that looks a little bit unusual. Don't fall down, please. Okay, so we're going to pop this wherever you want to pop it on here. Just don't go past your fold line. Okay, so we're just going to go in here, which is lovely. Really does give it a different type, just a little bit of texture without too much. So we've also got a little hello, so we're going to grab a hello. So we've got our little hello here. A big one might even fit on this one, I'm not sure. But I'm going to use the little one. So we've got a hello. And then we're going to also put our dimensions around here. Okay, so just loving the scenery of these and how to put it together. This is a beautiful kit, honestly. You've got to actually feel this kit because it does feel like waterpaper. It's hard to explain, but it's just gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. It's one that when you look at it in the catalogue, or online, I should say, yeah, you sort of look at it and you go, yeah, okay. But when you actually look at it and you feel it, oh my God, the quality of this paper is just absolutely beautiful. Quick, easy cards for Father's Day. Quick, easy cards for a hello or a thank you or a get well. This could go for anything, from a male to a female. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And it reminds me of our countryside here in Australia. So I thought it fitted really well for Aussie Week. What do you reckon? I think it's just beautiful. And then we've got the little hello. And I'm just going to pop this on here. So I'm just going to put a dimension on there. Excuse me for 1 minute. If I haven't been sneezing today, it's something out in the air, I'm sure of it. Sneezing, and I'm just going to grab my little dimensions here. Now, if you've been doing a few kits, you probably have some little dimensions already. So you might want to use them if you feel more comfortable for these little things. Okay, I'm just going to put 1, 2 on there. And I'm just going to pop this right in this section here. So it just stands up a little bit. So, wow, that's our third card today. That is gorgeous. So we've got this one, which is beautiful. We've got this one. How gorgeous are these? Oh my God, they are beautiful. These are going out to my customers for May, for anyone that placed an order with me. I just love them. I'm just making them up for some of my customers because look, they are just absolutely gorgeous. The quality is just beautiful, and until you actually feel them, and this is a good way to also let my customers feel this, because this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Hello, Kay, good to see you on. So there are our 3 cards out of this beautiful kit. I'm just loving this kit. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to probably sit here now when I finish up. I'm just going to bring this up. How gorgeous are these? These are just absolutely beautiful. Tell me in the comments, where does it remind you of? This one reminds me of Sylvan. This one reminds me of being out in the bush. It can be anywhere actually. And this one reminds me of driving into, like around Phillip Island, down Mornington Way. Absolutely gorgeous. You get even San Remo. Some of the places are beautiful. So just absolutely gorgeous. Now today, excuse me, today was a random, once again, just a random video for our Aussie week and sharing what I feel is a really good Aussie kit. This is absolutely beautiful. So if you're looking for a kit to do, hi Susan, this one is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I think you're going to love this. All the scenes around, and I think it's just reminds me of Australia so much. Tell me what you're loving about Aussie month. I really wanted to do a month on just Aussie things, and I'm trying to pick out all the stuff that reminds me of things that are in Australia, but that reminds me of a painting. It's just absolutely beautiful. So thank you all for watching, and this is going to be popped up over onto YouTube, so if you didn't get to see it, you can also watch it over there. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and don't forget to leave a comment. God bless you all, and I'll catch you all later. Bye for now.